Hello everybody. We are going to be using this Gay Tarot deck. We are going to see what specific messages this Mercury retrograde has for you. You know, it's still going on right now, and you may already have an inkling of what you're meant to do or what you're meant to learn for this Mercury retrograde. You may have some questions. This could just be validation. And this is a collective reading, so if you do not feel drawn to the messages I am about to relay, then that is completely fine. It's just, you know, it's a collective reading, but you still may not resonate with the messages, and that's completely fine. So I'm just gonna keep shuffling. Any of those wanting to come out? That one. Does that one want to... Yes. I for sure want to pull 3 cards. May pull some more. We'll see. Actually, for some reason, number 5 is popping in. Ooh, that one wants to pop out. So we have 3 right now. I'll pull 2 more cards. Thank you so much. First 3 really flew out. These other ones are taking their time. That's okay though. See, I did say I was gonna pull 3. So maybe what Spirit wants me to do is I'll look at the 3, and then there's like clarifying cards. Okay, we have the 9 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Wands in reverse, and we have the Magician in reverse. So 3 reverse cards. I'm not surprised by that. People say Magician is very mercurial energy as well. Yeah, the main message that just keeps replaying over and over in my head is that you need to, if you haven't already, during this Mercury retrograde period, try to, it's in Mercury retrograde in Leo. It's still in Leo, right? Anyway, it began in Leo. So this Mercury retrograde, either way, you are being told that you should worry less. Like, here's the thing. People say this in general about Mercury retrograde periods, that you shouldn't try to make major life decisions during them, and that it can be a very reflective time instead of a time of being action oriented. And that's very much what these cards are also saying. It's not the time. The Magician is about when it's an upright position. It's about doing things, making things work, manifesting. During Mercury retrograde in general, Spirit says to not just this period, but any Mercury retrograde period, don't focus too much on your manifestations. And I don't want to be one of those people that's like, you can't manifest at all. I still manifest during Mercury retrograde periods as long as it's consistent. Don't make new manifestations. Don't make any new major plans. If you already have had plans before this to do something during Mercury retrograde or like later on, if you've already had a manifestation that you've had, especially one of those that you've had for a while, it's not something that's like a super brand new manifestation, it's okay to still add energy to that and to still want to manifest that. Anything during this time that you should not make new manifestations or do anything super different. If you very much feel drawn to do that, you can. But with this card, the Magician reverse, it's all about, yeah, and the Magician reverse can also be about lack of resources. So I'm hearing that if you want something to happen during this time period, like for example, during retrograde periods, things can come back to you sometimes. They can also get lost. It just depends on the situation and the energy. But this is very much the vibe of, for example, I don't know, this doesn't have to do necessarily with resources, but for example, let's say that you have an ex or a situationship and y'all haven't been talking, or you are on rocky terms. Now isn't the time to try to get back with them. Do you get what I'm saying? Also, if you get back with people during this time romantically or likewise, I'm hearing that things will be built on broken promises. This could be friendships as well, like family members. If they're like, I'm finally going to stop bringing this up whenever I see you, but then maybe after the retrograde period, then they will. Retrograde periods are also about poor communication anyway. But yeah, I just feel like now's the time for you to heal and work on yourself. Don't focus so much on other people's energies, but also with working on yourself. That means not trying so hard to manifest new things or manifest in a majorly different way as you have been. If you have to, like, again, if it's something where you have to start a job during this time period, just do the best with it that you can. For those of you who are starting new things during this time period, I'm getting a sense it will be difficult for you to get along with the people in your environment. Even if you work from home, like, I imagine there's some communication that needs to happen. It could even just be like, I've been dealing with it so bad this retrograde period. My electronics have been awful. So let's say you do work from home, you work on your computer or on your phone. You could be having a lot of electronical issues, and people could be like higher ups could be like, or like people who work alongside you could be like, why aren't you getting this done? It's like, I am so sorry. It is not, like, my technology is not working. This is awful timing. Technology, as usual, is showing up as being an issue, being a problem, but that's okay. I'm also just getting the sense with these two cards especially, you really shouldn't be on your phone too much during this time if you've already been on your phone a lot. I mean, there's only, like, you can't change the past, but I'm seeing somebody out in nature, like by a pond or by a river stream. So I see you being out in nature being very helpful for you and helping to rejuvenate you. Seriously, these cards are very much about, you don't want to just be this person. Spirit is saying now's a good time to get away. Not be involved in other people's messes. If there's drama going on, try to not be involved with it as much as you can. Try to really focus on being in your own energy, focusing on the issues you need to resolve. And I think for a lot of you, for this specific retrograde period, it feels like the things you need to heal and work on are things you maybe through bits and pieces have already worked on. Maybe it's something you've already worked through in the past, but you know, a lot of times major themes in our life can be karmic, can be difficult to fully cut off and sever. So if any bad habits show up, if any people from your past show up, even though you don't have the tools, so you may falter a bit during this time. Part of the issue though is how you deal with it. So with these cards, it's about not holding shame. So if you falter, if you have already faltered, if you've gone back to somebody, if you've engaged in a bad habit, Spirit is saying that now is an important time because you get to choose during this Mercury retrograde period what you do moving forward. Will you keep engaging in that bad habit, or will you be like, hey, I don't hold shame for myself. I'm just going to try and engage in these better habits that I've built for myself that I already engage in, and I'm just going to focus on those. Really a time of not meeting new people. If you are talking and engaging with people, try to focus the rest of this period on engaging in like really close one-on-ones, or like I see a group of like you and another person, or you and two other people. So really only talk with and confide in people who are close to you. Be careful about who you trust your energy with. I'm also getting a sense of peer pressure being a big issue during this time. That could be why you engage in like a prior bad habit, for example. But Spirit is saying, do not hold shame. Just remember that you can always do better next time. Okay, and you will do better now by no longer, for example, engaging in that bad habit or talking to that person anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? So now's a time really of healing. And that doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. Part of healing is that if we do mess up, if we do make mistakes, we don't hold that shame. That's just a really big theme, because doing that keeps us stuck in that cycle. So karmically, I see a major shift happening where it might not feel as major for some of you, but this shift will allow you to be in a different mindset and mind space. And I just see you holding a lot more love and grace for yourself. And that could also, for some of you, translate to other people in your life who maybe, for some of you, you'll maybe even realize and recognize the patterning of your life versus other people's lives, who you know. So that's something to consider as well. It could be a time of, with this reflection period, understanding the friends that you have or the connections that you have that you must let go of. Because I really see this being more of an individualistic, you-centered period. And with this reflection, you'll be like, oh, I realize this person who I have in my life actually isn't good for me. They're not a good influence for me, or they make me feel crappy. So realize where you have influences. It could even be influences outside of people in your direct life. It could be celebrities that you really love listening to. Maybe you're like, you know, this music actually makes me feel sad, or this musician, I don't support them anymore because of the things that they say and they do, and I just can't separate the art from the artist anymore. Like, you'll realize influences in your life that you must remove, and that will really help you on your healing journey moving forward, not just during this period, but after as well. Those are the main messages coming through. I hope that you enjoyed, and if it resonates with you, I hope that you take it easy on yourself. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.